our history, our pride. Year after year, as seasons change and memories are made, one thing will never change. Home is always right here. And when you walk through our doors, we never forget that, because this is our home too. So come on in, have a seat, and welcome home. The Triple R Roadhouse in the Clarion Mall, just off Interstate 80 at exit 62.
Welcome to another edition of the 2016 D9Sports.com Triple R Roadhouse High School Football Camp Tour here at AML Media Day. We've got the Port Allegany Gators with head coach Justin Minkowski. To Justin's left and to the right on your screen is Tydell Green, and to the left on your screen is Jesse Rush, both two of the three senior captains for the Gators. Justin, let's start with the fact that you've got two seniors here, but boy, do you guys have to replace an awful lot, especially skill-wise, from last year. How have you approached that?
Yeah, and you mentioned probably the number one point of interest for us is trying to fill holes that we lost 13 seniors. Our strength on a team this year defensively will be our front with these two guys and then another returner, Jake Callenborn. But our linebacking core will be all brand new, and the back end of our defense will be fairly new. No one on offense that touched the ball last year is coming back to play a skill position for us, with the exception of Jake, who touched the ball very rarely. So we're going to try and fill that youth and inexperience, fill that loss with some youth and experience, because they're going to get experience real quick.
Tydell, how important is it without a whole lot of skill players back with experience for the offensive line to gel quickly?
I mean, it's going to be kind of hard throwing people in some positions they're not going to be quite familiar with. We're going to have to work with it just like we have in years past. We had to work with it last year, even though we did exceptionally well in the North. I mean, we still had to work on a lot of things. Every year's not as easy. So we're just going to go practice, prepare, take week by week, and just try to kind of have a steady course for the season.
It seems like one of the places you guys maybe are a little bit more experienced with would be on the defensive side of the football. You have Tydell back, you have a few other kids that play some key roles there. How important is it going to be for the defense to maybe step it up a notch this year until the offense gets to where it needs to be?
No, I think it's good. Defensively, you're always ahead of the offense early in the season to build off that strength. We talked coming over, the focus of our preseason camp will be spent on offense, trying to install people in certain positions and personnel getting solidified. Defensively, we're going to focus on, obviously we want to stop the run, we want to force teams to throw. Historically, quarterbacks in the AML usually run the ball, with the exception of some guys in the past, fortunately one of our own. But we want to make sure that teams have to do what they don't do very well. And if they beat us with the run, we're just going to have to tip our cap to them and try and get better.
Jesse, as a senior captain on a team that's going to have a lot of young players, what do you feel your role is?
A leadership, just a guy that pretty much just helps people, put them in their place. That's about it.
When you look at District 9 and the PAAA reclassifying Justin, and you guys being Class A, and a couple of the big boys like Kane and Brockway and Clarion all moving up to AA this year, do you feel that that opens things up for a lot of teams that maybe in the past might have been going into this year fighting for maybe a last playoff spot, maybe now have an opportunity to get maybe in the middle of the pack and maybe even make a run at it?
I think it's definitely an element of change, which is always exciting. I don't want to give you coaches speak, but I will say that we're worried about first week of heat practices. Worried about installing our offense. Worried about learning how to tackle properly again. We're learning about blocking the right man. We're learning about learning the right coverage. If the playoffs work themselves out, we'll worry about that as it comes. We'll prepare day by day, practice by practice.
Tydell, what would you like to see from the offense in terms of whether it's running the ball, throwing the ball, maybe a little of both? What would you like to see from it?
I mean, whatever exactly works for us. I mean, if we can throw the ball a little bit just to throw some teams off their course, they're going to expect us to run. So, I mean, if we can throw the ball a little bit, just run good, block up front, it all starts with the line. If everybody does their 111th, like Mr. Minkowski said, since junior high, we should be good.
Jesse, what would you like to see from the defensive side of the football?
Be able to stop the run, be able to make them actually have to earn their yardage, not just toss it over their heads. They have to be able to earn it.
Well, guys, thanks for joining us on another edition of the 2016 D9Sports.com Triple R Roadhouse football camp tour here from AML Media Days, and good luck this year.
Thank you.